All the clamps that I have used to hold my CNC router projects down are now obsolete. They're trash. Even the ones that I have made, garbage. Why? Because they're all getting replaced with this little thing right here. When a company came to me and they said, we've got a clamp that's going to work better than every hold down clamp you've ever tried, and they showed me this puny little thing, I said, no way, this will never work, until they demonstrated it. Then I knew they were absolutely right. By the time we're done with this video, you're going to want to get rid of all your hold down clamps and replace it with these things as well. And I'm going to show you exactly why. So let's get going.
idcwoodcraft.com.
Before we get into this little clamp that you're going to want to replace all your other clamps with, I want to talk to you about the 3 different kinds of clamps that are out there to hold CNC projects on your CNC router. There's the cam clamp, the toe clamp, and the hold down clamp. So the cam clamp is this round looking guy with a handle on it. When you rotate it, it pushes the material against a fence. This is really good for quick change projects when you're running production, but it's kind of difficult to set the clamp up because you need specific locations for it. The next one is the toe clamp, and what it does is effectively the same thing. It pushes the material from the side into a fence, but it's also holding the material down or pushing the material down slightly. It's really strong, but again, it requires fixed locations for your clamps to be at. Generally, it's good for when you're swapping parts out over and over again. But for most CNC creators, we use the hold down clamp. It's the clamp that actually clamps down from the top. And the reason is because we run lots of different projects. But the hold down clamps that are out there, I have never been satisfied with. So let's talk about the hold down clamps that are generally out there and why they are all problems and why you're going to want to replace all your hold down clamps with this guy. When it comes to hold down clamps, what you're usually going to find out there on the market, like on Amazon, are these metal clamps that have these long arms to them. This one's kind of a monstrosity, but these are a little bit challenging to work with, but you can see the big problem with these is the height of them with these screws. Relative to where your CNC router is going to be, this creates a huge impact risk. If the bit runs into a metal clamp, that's not going to be good for the bit. But if the machine, actually the spindle, runs into this, you can actually throw the tram off on the spindle. Now there's other clamps, hold down clamps that are out there that are much lower profile. And also, we like to make our own clamps a lot. But one of the other issues with them is when we're clamping, we actually have to have a lot more clamping force. So if we take a look at this one right here, it's kind of a fulcrum. When we tighten this guy down, we are putting some of the force here and some of the force here. So we're not getting full clamping force on the project. So we have to tighten things down a lot more. Of course, at the end of the day, the thing that scares the heck out of me the most is the collision potential on this. Some of your design software, like the Vectric design software, you can actually design in where your clamps are going to be. So when it generates the G code, the machine will actually go around that clamp. But the idea is we want to eliminate having to worry about clamps altogether. And that's where this little clamp comes into play. It's called the EdgeHugger. So this is the EdgeHugger clamp. It is this little step block right here. And you see it's really small. And the way this sits on your project material is like that. And it'll clamp down just like that, which I'll show you in just a minute. But look at it compared to the other clamps that are out there. Huge, huge real estate difference as far as height, as far as size. Now, you'd think that this little guy doesn't have near the holding power as these bigger clamps do. Well, that's where we're going to show you why this has a ton more holding power, along with the other benefits that we're going to talk about in just a little bit. First of all, I just want to show you how the EdgeHugger is actually set up on your project. So it slides along your T-track, and when you bring it against your material, you'll just, first of all, snug it down a little bit. We'll do that all the way around, and we're just lightly holding it for a moment as we get our clamps in position. This is the part that's going to blow your mind. Now, watch my hand as I tighten this EdgeHugger down. I'm just going to give it 3 fingers to tighten it down. 2, 3, 4, and we'll give it just a little bit more. And this is where things get really good. So I got this 2-pound dead blow hammer. Now, don't do this at home. So we got a little movement out of it, but I'm hitting this guy pretty darn hard. Take a look at how I'm hitting this guy. Now, that's pretty good for clamps to hold a project in place like that. Now, about being really fair about hitting the project with the EdgeHugger clamps, we're going to use the metal clamps. This is the one that I have 4 of. So we're going to put these on the same piece of wood and get it in position. This one. And so we've got about maybe 1/3 and 2/3 of the clamp. And let's get this one on. Spin, spin, spin. Come on. Okay. All right, finally got that. And then this one. Okay. So I'm going to try to get this, just so we got as much of the clamp, but a small footprint of the clamp in place. Okay, we're going to crank each one of these down. So just get them started. And now I'm going to give these a good solid crank. Okay. Pull too hard, I'm going to pull my T-track out. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Adam.
Yeah?
Check, are these tight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are tight.
Okay, all right. Same 2-pound dead blow. So we're gonna see how this one moves. So get your camera down here and let's see, we're just right there, 1/4 inch off that. And I'm gonna hit it about the same right away. Yep, so that moved a lot, and oh. So this clamp loosened up. This one got quite loose. That's still tight, not as tight, and that one's still quite tight, but not as tight as it was. The thing, or the point is here, is the amount of holding power that this little tiny EdgeHugger clamp actually applies to the project material relative to the footprint of the clamp. What do I mean? So when we look at the clamp here, just a little tiny clamp. It's got that little edge just like that that's actually hooked over the side. Each clamp is applying about 250 pounds of force directly down onto the material. In other words, when we screw this down, all the force is right in the clamp, as opposed to these bigger clamps like this, where you have a fulcrum. You actually have to crank it down a lot more. And here's what I mean. Take a look at this clamp right here, where you have the force of the clamp going right down the middle, and the force is actually being split into 2, so we're getting half the force on the material and we're getting the other half of the force put on the other side of the clamp. So we're losing half the force on the clamping holding power. Take a look at this one, where most of the force is actually on the back end of the clamp. This clamp actually won't hold very well at all. But when we look at the EdgeHugger, the screw is right next to the material and there's no fulcrum point or point where the forces are being split between the table and the material. All the holding power is directly on the material, and that's why the EdgeHugger has so much more holding power. Another reason the clamp holds so well is because it has this sandpaper type of grip molded right into the clamping area. The other big thing is the low profile. Now our profile is 0.22 from the surface of the material to the top. That's like nothing as far as having to worry about clamp clearance. The third is the actual footprint that is actually taken over the material here. That is less than 1/4 inch as well. So this clamp is taking up very little real estate and it's applying a lot of force directly into the project, and it's much easier to set up and much more flexible. And the big thing about this is you literally don't need to worry about your clamp placement because it has such a low profile and such a small footprint. When it comes to these guys, we got to worry about it. Now, one of the things that people might be concerned about is these are made of plastic. And they say, oh, can plastic really hold up? Well, this is made of one of the strongest engineering grade thermoplastics that's out there, and it's glass reinforced heavily. So it is actually really strong, but we want the clamp to be made of a softer material. If we do run into it with our CNC router bit, we're going to cut into the clamp and not ruin a $40 CNC bit. Whereas if you hit one of these metal clamps, you're likely going to break your bit. So the clamp is actually really, really strong. You can actually get 1,000 pounds per square inch out of these clamps. So it's a 4x safety factor that's actually built into the clamp. So let's talk about how these clamps are actually set up when you're actually setting up on a project. Now we're clamping a piece of material that's about 1 inch thick. But people have asked me how thick a material or what's the range in which the EdgeHugger will work. Well, it will work from anywhere from a 1/4 inch thick material or 5 millimeters all the way up to 1.5 inches or 38 millimeters. And I want to show you how the EdgeHugger clamp system is set up so you can work with the different thickness material. First of all, when you order your EdgeHugger, you're going to get a kit. You're going to get a 5 millimeter hex wrench, just like this. And then you're going to get, in this kit, your 4 EdgeHugger clamps, your T-nuts, and then you're going to get a series of 6 millimeter flathead screws. So here's how we set this up. The first thing you want to do is actually get the thickness from the bottom of your T-track to the top of your material. And we're going to measure it in metrics. So right now we're seeing 42.5 millimeters. So what we're doing is we're determining which bolt we're going to use on the clamp to hold this piece of material down. So what we need to do is go to the next 5 millimeters. In other words, we're at 42.5, we need to go to 45 millimeters. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the 45 millimeter length screw. So we got a chart here that tells us where the 45 millimeter length screw is at. So it's these guys right here. I'm going to pull the 4 out, and we're going to get our clamps out and our nuts. And we'll pre-assemble everything so we have the screw put through the clamp, and then we'll put our little T-nut on, just get it started, and we'll do all 4 of those. And then we'll slide our T-nut into our track. These are universal nuts. They're going to work on tracks that take a 1/4 inch screw and also a 5/16 screw. So we can call those universal nuts as well. All right, get that over there and this one over here. And it's really easy. Once you line up your material, we'll just slip it over. We're going to hold the clamp in place for just a little bit until we get a little bit of a snug on there. And then we're going to do that all the way around. And I love that these take up such a small area on the material. So I almost don't even have to worry about the clamp at all. Little extra snug. And if you're tightening it up and it rotates like that a little bit, you just hold it. Oops, just hold it in place. And now our clamp is in position, our material's in position, nice and hard. And it really took no force to hold this down. So you can see how easy it is to set up the EdgeHugger clamps. And the beauty of this is, as you can see, the tiny little footprint that this clamp takes up all the way around. The risk of impact of your bit into the clamp is so small that you almost don't even need to worry about your clamp placement. I mean, if you want to continue using clamps like this, where you're going to risk collision, or a clamp like this, where you don't have to worry about it, that's entirely up to you. So the EdgeHugger is basically the next generation in clamps for work holding on your CNC projects, because it is taking up such a small footprint, so low profile, it's putting a ton of force down on the project, or a ton of holding force, and it's made of a soft material that if you run into it, you're not going to break your bit, but that material is strong enough to apply that type of force on the project. So the EdgeHugger itself is actually proprietary. It was brought to IDC Woodcraft as a concept clamp from a company called ToolQuest. And after we worked with it a little bit, and I was just sold on it, then IDC Woodcraft invested in the company. And because of that, the EdgeHugger clamp is only available at IDC Woodcraft. So, do you want to invest in the EdgeHugger and get rid of all your other clamps? Well, you be the judge.
IDCwoodcraft.com.
The EdgeHugger clamp is coming out on December 26th from IDC Woodcraft. but it's already in high demand because a lot of people already know about it and are asking me about it. They want this clamp set. So what I've done is, because we've got a limited supply coming in, I've created a list where you can sign up to that list, and once you're on the list, as soon as they come out, I'm going to send those people who are on that list a notification so they can get this, because the EdgeHugger is going to sell out very quick. And if you don't get on that list right away, then you're probably going to miss out on the first batch of EdgeHuggers, and you'll get a discount on that first release. So the list link is down below in the description. Go sign up for your EdgeHugger so you can be the first to get it.